Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Harachakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, who rule well and taught us this 100% truth. Much peace and blessings be unto you, hopeful elect out there, pushing out this word with all truth and sincerity. Shalom. There's going to be a quick lesson on, the elites going into captivity, right? Because we all know that these rich people out here, these elites, first and foremost, they know what's going to happen. They might try to stop it, but they will not prevail. Anyways, these rich people, man, they're always wanting to stock up. You know how Esau is. Stocking up on supplies, weapons, and a way to survive. They always got to find that plan, And what these rich people are gonna do, especially these elites, they're gonna go into the bunkers. Their underground bunkers, the fallout shelters, just in case of nuclear war, which will happen. They're just prophecy. All right, like Bill Gates, Slovakia. I don't want YouTube to take down this video, but I'm just gonna call them the gates of hell, and these various other elites, like top banking families. Anyways, this is the book of Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, and verse 10. Enter into the rock and hide thee in the dust. All right, that's talking about these, these underground bunkers, for fear of the Lord and for the glory of His majesty. All right, when Yahweh Shai comes down and cracks that sky, He's gonna come in His full glory, which is why it says, for fear of the Lord, and for the glory of His majesty. And as it says in Revelation, the 1st chapter, in the 7th verse, people shall wail, and on top of that, people will literally give up the ghost when they see Him coming. Especially especially Jake out here, being religious. That's like a false religious in vain. Because religion is worship, and being in this truth is true worship. And if you ain't doing the will of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, well, you're just Actually, let me get that out. It's in James. James 1:26. If any man among you seem to be religious and bridleth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, this man's religion is vain. And this truth, man, it's really about discipline. Because when you want to read, man, there'll be demons out there that will just try and distract you. Satan's always out there just trying to take you out this truth. If any man among you seem to be religious and bridleth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, this man's religion is vain. And that's the majority of Jake out here, being Catholic and Jehovah's Witnesses and Christians and so on, so on and so forth. Which really, is vain religion, because they claim to be a worshiper of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, or who they so nearly call God and Jesus Christ, yet they're the same ones, getting those lineups and such. Anyways, digressing back, they're really going to fear the Lord. We've been telling you, but you guys didn't want to listen. For fear of the Lord and for the glory of His majesty. Alright, so when these elites come down, Slovakia, when the angels come down, and these elites see Yahweh Shai and the angels come down, man, they're going to fear it, and they're going to go down to the bunkers. Slovakia, about the lofty, man. Lofty means noble, and these nobles, pursuing the 13th chapter of Isaiah, are these representatives of America. The lofty looks of a man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness and haughty, I believe, means undisciplined. And the haughtiness of man shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Yeah, because this won't be a beautiful day for you, but for the elect's sake and Yahweh Shai. Alright, I talk about that rapture being a comely day. There is no such thing as a rapture, and it won't be comely. All right, the day of the Lord is a very terrible and horrible day, to be in. That's the times we're coming into. The Lord's increasing these pestilences. These rumors are getting wider and getting more tense. Famine. It's really hitting in America now. We're gonna have more uproars in the people. It's gonna be total chaos. And it will all be leading up to this very day, when Yahweh Shai comes down, and these nukes start hitting, and not only that, but on the side you're gonna have these angels shooting down lasers from the chariots. See, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty. And who's the proudful one? Who's the proud one? All right, Esau Edom is. And upon every one that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. And all that talk about who shall bring me down, and you wanting to exalt yourself to the heavens and be like the Most High. Well, you're being brought down because of that. And it says that in Obadiah, the 4th verse, I believe. I forget. And now he's going into, it's like a metaphor, going into metaphor about everything that is high up shall be brought low. Upon all the cedars of Lebanon that are high and lifted up, and upon all the oaks of Bashan, and upon all the high mountains, and upon all the hills that are lifted up, and upon every high tower, and upon every fenced wall, and upon all the ships of Tarshish, and upon all pleasant pictures. And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of man shall be made low. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day, and the idols he shall utterly abolish. The Lord's going to show who's the true power of the earth, man, of the universe. And they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. And you have those articles like a year ago or two talking about how Kanye West wanted to build the fallout shelter. Well, it ain't gonna happen, man. There ain't no universal salvation for 2/3. Salvation is only for the Israelites, and the only ones that are gonna be delivered safely are the elect. You're gonna have those other remnants of the heathens that will bring back their people, because that's what I'm touching on this video. These elites are gonna be the ones to go into immediate captivity, because the Lord is gonna let them go into their bunkers. And they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. See that? And what causes heavy impact and causes to shake the whole earth? These missiles. Alright? And we know that for a fact. You look at these videos and these movies, they give you a perfect or a good description, at least, of what would happen, because just like the kingdom is unfathomable, likewise for this day. Alright? And that day shall a man cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made each one for himself to worship, to the most and to the best, to go into the clefts of the rocks, and to the tops of the ragged rocks for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. Right? It's easy for man whose breath is in his nostrils, for when is he to be accounted of? So these people, man, they're gonna go into these elites, these high and mighty Edomites are gonna go into the clefts of the rocks because the Lord's gonna allow them to. So they're gonna be protected just to go into captivity. Revelation 6:14, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth and the great men, see that? These high ones, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. That Lamb is Yahweh Shai. So I had to burp. But yeah, because the wrath of the Lord, it's coming soon, because Yahweh Shai is ultimately against this end of Yod, man. And that's why he's coming down. That's one of the reasons why he's coming down to down here to destroy, Edom and to deliver his elect, and to establish the kingdom, subjugating all nations, and ruling over the earth. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? See that who shall be able to stand? And you'll wither away in the fire. The elect are going to be beamed up into chariots, so they won't touch the fire. But the rest, the heathens and the 2/3, they're all going to be burnt up, except for those small remnants. All right, and this kid, and right now I'm talking about you, Esau Edom. You elites out there. You're gonna go into your fallout shelters just to be protected and go into immediate slavery. That's the whole point of your protection in your bunkers. Isaiah 34:4, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. See that? And all the whole shall fall down, as a leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. My sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, they shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. You're gonna catch hell, Esau. All right, America. Referring to America right here. Isaiah 24:19, the earth is utterly broken down, the earth is clean dissolved, the earth is moved exceedingly. And you have to realize this. One bomb could cause a small radius to shake, but a nuclear missile, man, just believe that an ICBM, an intercontinental ballistic missile, one hits on impact and it shakes the whole, and around its radius, it's gonna shake the earth. But just imagine repeated ones, one here and then another one close to it, and another one. It's gonna be a whole flock of them that are hitting America, man. So it's gonna cause a whole country to shake to and fro. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. When you see a drunkard, they're always moving side to side because they can't balance right. That's how it's describing it. What it's going to be like, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall rise and not, and it shall fall and not rise again. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. And the kings of the earth upon the earth, man, are these elites out here, man. They're the ones that control the whole world. And you could look into the that's for another subject though, to look into how they rule the world, man. But digressing back, verse 22, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in a prison, and after many days shall they be visited. See that? You guys are going into captivity, and it's only justice that it's so. Revelation 13:10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. We have patience, and that faith is the only thing that's keeping us going. But very soon, when the elect are delivered, you're going to go into captivity under them, because all the history that BS he caused us, this is true justice from the Lord. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners. Alright, you elites, when Yahushua comes down, your position of being a top-ranking member of the earth, you're gonna be abased into a prisoner. A person legally held in prison as a punishment for crimes they have committed or while awaiting trial. Well, not awaiting trial. You're not gonna await a trial. Well, so you are awaiting a trial, and because once your trial is finished, your ultimate consequence is extinction. All right, but you're gonna be legally held in prison, and by that you're gonna be held as a bondman, as a slave for crimes they have committed, for everything that you have committed. The history of torture. You got the pair of anguish. All right, all these various devices. I'm not going to go into that gore, but anyways, I hope this video was edifying. Lord, will we continue to push first and foremost, tell us to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Harachakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, who rule well and taught us this 100% truth. Much peace and blessings be to you, hopeful elect out there, pushing out this word with all truth and sincerity. Shalom. Salakia. Shalom.